That's why I don't want to. Yeah. Oh, really? I asked people to all right. So we're going to come off that so you just came in right at the wrong time. You're my best friend. Whose phone is that? Hers. Rob's like, mine's way worse. But I don't know what time. And I'm talking to you like. Oh my god! In ELA we're playing keys. Right. I was so excited for today. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay. I wasn't sure if I was going to spend the meal. Yeah. With him. I was going to, too far. I get to sit next to you. They would do the side, and now they're.
And welcome, lacrosse fans, to another exciting presentation of Arizona Girls Lacrosse, brought to you here by South Mountain Lacrosse. This is Chris Ross, and we've got the championship rematch between the Chandler Huskies and the Higley Knights. And this should be exciting. These two teams met for the last 2 years in the state title game. Higley getting the win on the first try, and Chandler getting it in that thrilling game last season. Been about 9 months since these teams faced off. Chandler coming into this undefeated, and of course they were undefeated last season, finishing 14-0, and they continue this streak. They're 2-0 early this season with wins against Xavier and Cactus Shadows last week. Higley coming in so far with one loss against Desert Vista. Talking with head coach Ellie King for Chandler. She's focusing on the fact that this is a new season and she expects a new season mentality with the Chandler Huskies. Over on the Higley side, new head coaches Jagan Beck and Tess Kaiser, and they said they're focusing on working as a team this game and they don't want to see any individuals on the field. Everybody working together in what should be an exciting rematch. Another exciting storyline tonight. Making her high school debut is number 24, Nora Whittington. Of course, her older sister, Sienna Whittington, one of the stars on this Chandler team. So, a couple of siblings coming into the Chandler squad this year. Nora, and of course, number 17, Karis Goon, joining this team. That both of her older sisters, Abby Goon and Tabitha Goon, both playing for Chandler. And on the draw to start things off for Chandler, number 12, Mia Doyle. Over on the other side, number 1, Presley Johnson for Higley. 12 minutes on the clock. And we've got a 3-man officiating crew out here tonight. And we're here in Chandler, Arizona. Gorgeous evening here in Chandler at Chuparosa Park. And this first draw is underway. And Johnson gets the first draw win. Feeds it up to Lila Morris. And Higley sets up at X. Now Toby Skiles, University of Alabama Huntsville commit. Passes back to Johnson, working from the top of the 12. So far the Knights showing a lot of patience early on this one, not rushing the shot. As they bring it back up to Skiles. Defended by Karis Goon. Skiles coming in looking for the shot. But good job by the Huskies to respond. And now to Ava Levitt. And looking for the feed in the middle, but knocked down by Mia Doyle. Ground ball picked up by Chandler in transition. With Sienna Whittington working down the far side. Gets slowed down on the ride by Skiles, but passes off to Ava Witt. And here's Nora Whittington with her first touch. Ball down, recovered by sister Sienna. Witt driving in, pressured back out. Good defense by the Knights. Dumps it back to Whittington, coming over. Gets by Levitt, comes inside. First shot and goal on the Knights. Sienna Whittington, Huskies on the board. And 9:23 on the clock. Of course, if you haven't picked up on it, coral cleats are on trend. Number of players this season switching away from the traditional white cleats and going with the new color. And off the high grab is Karis Goon with a great draw control, looking for the fast break to feed up to Nora. But pass heads out of bounds. So turns over to the Knights. Here's Lucy Mikolajic in the cage, going to clear this one out, looking for Ava Levitt. Mikolajic, another commit on the Higley team, going to be playing at Thomas when she graduates. Feed back to the midfield is Levitt and gets it up to Skiles. Now Higley looking for the response, gets knocked down. Maddie Hansen with a great forced turnover. Gets pushed to the sideline. Passing back, and here's Izzy Kiaz O'Sullivan in the cage, up to Megan Zhu. Working up the near side, and using some speed, gets past the restraining line. Here's Whittington, coming in, trying to get the shot. Oh, it's close, almost a known goal, but Mikolajic able to save it. And a beautiful clear up to midfield. And there's Whittington again, great heads-up play. But Presley Johnson comes in for the GB. And you can just feel the energy between these two teams. It's just like picking up right where they left off last year. Got a shot on goal there, recovered. Higley on the rebound. Here's Jamie Regalado. Knights continuing to work around the perimeter. Levitt has a look inside. Great look. That shot well read by Kiaz O'Sullivan. Makes a great save, and she's clearing it out. Hits Doyle at the restraining line. Finds Nora Whittington, and she's got a one-on-one. What a beautiful sidearm shot. First high school goal for Nora Whittington. Putting the Huskies up 2-0. Now a special to get your first high school goal, and of course against what's really turned out to be quite the rivalry between Chandler and Higley. A lot of years here in Arizona, Girls Lacrosse League, Pinnacle and Chaparral were often finding themselves in those championship matchups and have developed a rivalry over the years. Chandler and Higley now facing off in these last two championships, and really this Higley team has just had consistent high performance. Got a whistle here, going to be Higley ball, but Higley's made an appearance in the last 4 years in championship games. Won the Division II match, went to the Division I in the next season, lost that championship game, came back, won the championship the next year, and made it to the championship again for the 4th year running last year. So really a solid program for the Higley squad. As they continue to try to find a way to penetrate the Huskies defense here. And now Zhu applying some pressure. Nice look to Morris, but loses the cradle and picked up by Whittington. Passes it up to Nora Whittington, who transitions over, hits Ava Witt. Has Kara Schoon for the feed, but well read by Nat Rydell. She saw that, makes the pick. Of course, Rydell, such a clutch defense player for Higley. Really had that spark in the championship last year. After going down 10-0, it was Nat Rydell making the big interception and finally getting some momentum going for Higley. Now here's Regalado over to Reese Dockstader. And so far, Higley struggling just to get inside the 8-meter here, trying to get a close shot. The boys' games, you often see shots from far outside, but really difficult to do that in the girls' game without drawing a whistle. Oftentimes you'll have a shooting space, and if you try to take a shot, you end up with a dangerous shot. And on the turnover here is Sienna Whittington again. And then she gets picked up by Rydell and forced out. Looking for one more try. And Rydell shuts her down again, up to Doyle. And a nice look over side. A great save by McCullogic. Stops the sidearm from Ava Witt. One of Chandler's top shooters, of course, ASU commit. And here's Jersey Levitt on the restart for the Knights as Lily Durgee has to go behind. Levitt switches hands, makes a nice left-handed pass up to Regalado. And they've cleared back over. Presley Johnson has a nice look inside. Debbie Civitoni didn't have the shot, makes the smart call, pulls it back out, and they reset up. And a missed feed, but somehow recovered by the Knights as Ava Levitt gets the GB coming out of that shot. Trying the crease roll and on the board off the stick of Ava Levitt. 2-1. And what so far has been a much closer first quarter than the last time these teams met. This draw did not go above the players' heads. So we will get a redraw. Mia Doyle and Presley Johnson in the circle here. Something to note at the college level, this switches to an alternate possession on a missed draw. This one's up. And looked like a Chandler player had just stepped over the restraining line before having possession, so that's why they awarded the possession over to Higley. Of course, you see Lily Durgee there stuck at the restraining line as Ava Levitt's able to pick it up and get control, and now a chance for Higley to tie. Gabby Civittoni passing it back. And Lila Morris has a good look inside shot. And that one was stopped. Either Victoria Chin or Kiza Sullivan was able to make the stop there. And coming out of the scrum is Mia Doyle. Doyle comes around, shot high over the crossbar. This one's going to go to the next field. This is why we keep balls along the end line there. Save the players from chasing them. Mikolajic now going to clear this one out. Ella Miner defending. Nice pass up to Skiles. Continuing to move the ball. Passes up to Johnson and a nice transition to clear this one for the Knights. Under a minute to play in the first. Civittoni passes from behind GLE, and that pass inside knocked down by Megan Zhu. Great cause turnover by Zhu as Goon picks up the GB. This is Maddie Bronze bringing it across for the Huskies. Loses the ball, but picked up by Whittington. Feeds over. Misses the pass, Nora, but recovered by Victoria Chin. Nora coming back in, shot. Whistle as she comes in, and that's a charge call. So clock hits 0. Possession would have been awarded over to the Knights off of that, but with that, we'll have a 2-minute intermission in what's been a fairly low-scoring and tight first quarter. Your Huskies are up 2-1.
You were asking the wrong person.
2-1.
Stigmatism and
Yeah, you have a zoom lens.
even when I did that, I can't tell you.
Well, I was trying to see.
You can just ask me.
I couldn't see anything in that one. It's not yours in there?
I have no idea. I'm not sure. I don't think that's that one.
No.
Let's try to, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing HYSL, which is I'm coaching baseball teams, I'm coaching basketball teams, and then I'm umpiring for baseball. So just trying to stay, trying to stay busy.
Well, I'll do this for a little while, and then I'll sweat.
Come on, Doyle!
Steam. Set up. You know me.
Welcome back. Both teams back on the field for the second quarter. Again, we're here at Chuparosa Park in Chandler, Arizona. Currently about 70 degrees out on the field. Nice, cool evening. Beautiful lacrosse weather. And Jersey Levitt going to take the first draw control here. And the player slips, missing the pass in the backfield is Regalado. So the pass going out of bounds, going to be brought back in by Zoo for Chandler. Gets it over to Kiesel Sullivan, who finds Carrascoon. Moves unimpeded across the near sideline. Ava Witt working around the fan. Passes off to Doyle. And left unguarded inside is number 3, Madison Bronze, who gets on the board. Quite a good crowd size out here for both of these teams tonight. Try to get a shot for you here on one of the intermissions. But great to see a lot of support out here for both teams. And that was Bailey Delisle taking the draw for Higley, so switching it up for Higley. But this draw control picked up by Chandler. Here's Sienna Whittington. Neither team really been able to find a fast break opportunity so far in this. Defense playing well on both sides. Slowing things down and forcing teams into a settled attack. Feed inside from Witt to Whittington. That one's broken up, picked up by Durgee. And off the missed pass, Rydell gets the GB, passes it over, or excuse me, puts it in the goal circle from Koljic to clear out. So delay game called.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry.
So warning from the official. Players do have to attempt to go behind, but it is self-start, which means if the player with the ball starts to move, play resumes immediately, but the offending player who gets the penalty has to at least make an attempt to go behind, and if the player with the ball just chooses to do so, they can wait to get their space before moving. You don't see that very often. Usually these players are pretty eager to get play going again. Delisle has the ball, and Higley struggling a bit with the passing here, but they get control. Sounded like a penalty call, I believe, on Sienna Whittington for what sounded like is a 3-second violation. That's if you're hanging out inside that 8-meter, not marked up for more than 3 seconds. That's a penalty, so that's going to set Higley up with a big opportunity here. Free position shot on goal by Delisle. Comes in, has the ball deflected out of the stick and is able to make it so that Kiesel Sullivan can make the stop, who passes it back out. but it's picked off again by the Knights, so they're going to get another attempt. You have to give credit to the Huskies defense. They've made it very difficult for the Knights thus far in this matchup to get inside the 8-meter and get many shots on goal. But here comes Skiles, who has a very powerful shot. And now Delisle. As a settled pick. But still not able to find a shooting lane. Higley continuing to work it around and looking for any opportunity. Knights continue to be patient. You can tell both teams recognize the importance of ball control. Can't afford a turnover. And that pass going to go high and sail out the end line, going to be picked up. And on the restart is Doyle. Feeds it up to Sienna Whittington. And right over to Witt with a nice fake. Comes inside, gets the high to low. Shot and goal for Ava Witt. Huskies take a 4-1 lead with 6 minutes left to go in the second. All 4 goals for the Huskies scored by 4 different goal scorers in this first half. Knights have certainly had at least as much possession time, I'd say, as the Huskies so far, and just really struggling to get shots on goal. Skip pass behind goal line extended as the Huskies work it around. Rydell back at X, pressuring on defense. And a rare missed feed to Ava Witt, who has one of the surest sticks in the league, but this one's going to be picked up by Civittoni. Big opportunity for the Knights. Looks like we're going to get a yellow card in the midfield here on Mia Doyle. And that's going to be for a slash. So first card of the game. And that'll give the Knights the player up advantage. For 2 minutes. Nice look inside, coming across the right side of the body. Great shot, but Kia O'Sullivan able to make the stop. Now Johnson coming around, has Whittington on defense. Levitt had another good look on the inside, and not able to connect. But Knights so far able to recover. And another high pass. This one going to sail out and turn back over to Chandler. And great attempt for Civitone to make a interception there. The Knights certainly doing everything they can to get the ball back. As Kiza Sullivan is out of the goal circle. Skiles comes up to pressure but gets the pass off. Sienna Whittington in transition. Has 2 to beat, gets across the restraining line. So whistle and self-start for Goon, passes it over. Here's Sienna Whittington. Whittington coming in with a great drive, shot and goal. Putting the Huskies up 5-1. Number 2 on the night for Whittington. And the Knights take a timeout with 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Back on the circle, Johnson for the Knights, Mia Doyle for the Huskies. After a timeout, it's been 3 unanswered goals by Chandler. Johnson fighting for control here, but looks like an illegal use of stick called against the Huskies. Ava Levitt going to restart. Looks like we'll probably get another green card, I assume, here. Another delay of game. So these are escalating cards that you're seeing here. So you see a warning from the officials. It's been a point of emphasis from USA Lacrosse this season. Physical contact in the midfield, especially horizontal sticks. So you'll see it start with warnings and green cards, and it will progressively escalate. So you saw a warning before. And of course, it'll continue on to yellow cards. And actually looks like that one was a yellow card on Karaskin, so she'll be out for 2 minutes. So correction there. So it'll be the second yellow on Chandler for the night. And Higley with a chance and a great shot and goal. And both goals on the night belong to number 29, Ava Levitt. Higley fans getting fired up over that one. 2 minutes to play. Higley will continue to be a player up here. Ava Levitt, Lila Morris out of the circle for Higley, Johnson in the center. Ava Witt taking the draw for Chandler. Doyle and Whittington out on the circle. And Sienna Whittington able to get a nice draw control off the circle. It's always interesting to watch the strategy from teams at the center. The draw so crucial, of course, winning possession. And it's usually like a game of chess between the two teams, trying to switch up strategies as the game progresses. Doyle brings it behind goal line extended. And Prydell going for the interception there. And Laura Whittington over to her sister Sienna. Durgee driving in. Doesn't like the option. Passes back to Witt. Under a minute to play in the first half. Chandler looking to get one more on the board before this half. And Whittington beats two defenders coming in, and a great pickup by Nat Rydell. Shutting down what would have been a one-on-one. Whittington coming back and has Witt unguarded, shot and goal for Ava Witt. .22 seconds on the board. And that'll be the second goal of the night for Witt. High draw. Doyle with the nice scoop. 7 seconds, not much time to work with. Looking for a pass inside, tries to get the shot, and she does. Right off the buzzer, Sienna Whittington. See right out of the stick course, that would be an interesting one to review on film. Film review obviously not allowed by USA Lacrosse, but I honestly can't remember if the rule is that the ball has to be out of the stick or in the net to count. Looked like that was actually a perfect case study of a ball that was clearly out of the stick with the second left, but not in the net before the clock hit 0. But the officials do count the goals, so that's going to be a hat trick in the first half for Siena Whittington. And we'll be on a 7-minute halftime break here with South Mountain Lacrosse. And we'd just like to remind the fans, check out the YouTube channel. We had a thrilling matchup again in the championship last season between these two teams. And we've got a great reel put together. If you did miss it, the link there is in the chat. Be sure to check that out. And thanks again for tuning in here to South Mountain Lacrosse. This is Chris Ross, and we'll be back after the halftime.
Oh, you guys do.
as the teams make their way back on the field for the third quarter of this Arizona Girls Lacrosse matchup between the Chandler Huskies and the Higley Knights. Huskies starting to pull away here in the second quarter, currently up 7-2. Still a lot of lacrosse to play in what's turned out to be a bit of a rare foggy night here in Chandler, Arizona. I'd like to give a shout out to the fans watching us from a random restaurant in Montana. We appreciate you. And off the first draw, Mia Doyle picks it up. Gets over the restraining on the far sideline. Passes in to Goon, who's got Witt on the right wing. Pass to Nora Whittington. This one's going to go out of bounds. So turnover as Ava Levitt brings this back in for the Knights. Works around Bronze in transition. Passes up, has Skiles coming in. And gets a nice pass off to Civatone. Skiles looks to drive, cuts right, fires a bullet right into the stick of Sam Martin. So we got a goalie swap here over the half as the U Indy commit comes into the cage for the Huskies and makes a great stop. Goon sprinting across the far sideline, bringing it in. Dumps off to Witt. Pass is broken up inside the 8-meter. The whistle in traffic. Hannah Matheson had that GB for the Knights, and she's able to make a pass to the midfield. A little contact there from Whittington on Levitt, but looks like the officials didn't pick up on that, and this ball is turned over. Nora Whittington brings it back over the restraining line. That ball knocked down. Chandler player hits the deck as they fight for this ground ball. Picked up by number 21, Sienna Whittington. As the Huskies get back into a settled attack. Durgee looking for the spin dodge. But good one-on-one D from the Huskies. Or excuse me, the Knights, but get a shot and goal by Karis Goon. Taking the assist from Witt in traffic. As Huskies take an 8-2 lead. And Goon gets her first goal on the night. This draw heads towards the sideline. Picked up by Goon. Little give and go between Goon and Witt. And a perfect read and a great stop by Mikolajic between the pipes. So here's Braylon Moore, number 2 for the Knights. Looking for an escape, and she finds it. Jersey Levitt working around, switches hands, passes up to Ava. And after a tough ride from Chandler, Knights are able to transition over. Skiles fires one from outside, saved by Martin. As Chin works in transition, got a great look inside from Witt to Whittington, fires a bullet, hits the foot of Mikolajic and goes off the right post. Whittington bringing it back in, gets fouled inside the 8. She'll get the 8-meter shot.
Get there, Higley!
Nora Whittington looking for number 2 in the night, and she's got it. As she finds the bottom right corner. In case you're wondering what time it is, it's 7:11. So false start. Looks like Johnson moved early. Ball awarded to Doyle on the fast break. Coming in. Gets picked up by Morris. And Witt working around. Doesn't have the angle. Nora looking for a feed to Sienna. And on the broken pass, Sienna able to get the GB. Pair of Huskies in the backfield for an easy recovery. Looking inside from Whittington to Witt, who gets a hat trick. As Chandler take a 10-2 lead. So pair of hat tricks now on the Chandler side for the 2 ASU commits. Doyle looking for the high grab, not there. But Goon able to chase this one down and get the draw win for Chandler. A little give and go between the Whittington sisters. This one doesn't connect. Mikolajic able to scoop this one up. And chance to clear it back out for the Knights. Hits Rydell on the left wing. Passes back inside. Has Jersey Levitt into the midfield. Up to Ava Levitt, and they clear over for the Knights. It seems like it's been a minute since the Knights have been on their attacking third. And fires from outside. Coming across the body is Sam Martin for the save. Quick clear. Going to bring this one back as Skiles gets called for a foul on Sienna Whittington, and Chandler back in transition as Doyle brings this one across. Coming in what looked to be a shooting space call, so players lined up in the line of shot, not marked up within a stick's length. They'll get called for that shooting space, so this will set Doyle up for the free position shot. And Doyle finds that bottom right corner. As Chandler continues to pull away. Now up 11-2 with 4:14 to go here in the third. Timeout on the field. And that'll be Doyle's first goal on the night. Of course, one of the hard things about stopping this Chandler team is they just have so many offensive weapons. 11 goals on the night from 6 different goal scorers. Meanwhile, over on the other end, both goals for the Knights coming out of the stick of number 29, Ava Levitt.
And then the one goes and the thing and then they got the call right before ball break. Sophomore year, she made it, she passed it. And they live in Mexico. She was going to mountains. And they filed a so this is how we play lacrosse in the same That's different. That's just the AGLA.
Teams get set. Looks like another change-up on the draw for both sides. Is Bailey Delisle taking the draw? So looks like we got offsetting fouls. Got a false start. But I believe there was a call on Chandler as well, which went with an alternate possession. Ava Levitt brings it over, passes it to Jersey. Nice spin move, switching hands, and a great shot and idea, but Sam Martin able to make an impressive save. This one backed up by the Knights. They set up again. Jersey has the one-on-one with Victoria Chin trying to dodge around. Chin with tough defense. And this pass goes towards the far sideline, kept in play by Karis Goon. And on the whistle, possession is going to stay with Chandler. Presley Johnson defending. Passes inside to Doyle. Brings it past the restraining line. And Chandler back to work. Sienna Whittington driving in. Has 3 defenders. Pulls it back out. Looking for that feed inside to Witt. And another great read by Nat Rydell as she gets the high stick and knocks the ball down. Another pair of offsetting fouls. There's check in the sphere. So the AP this time gets awarded over to Chandler. Went to Higley last time, and of course, as the name implies, alternate possession goes back and forth each time. Whittington gets around Levitt and gets a great left hand overhand shot and goal. And with that, that will put us to a score of 12-2 for the Huskies. With a 10-goal differential, we'll now be on a running clock. Until the Knights are able to close the goal differential, back down to 9 goals or less. Draw one by Ava Witt. And possession certainly turning in Chandler's favor in the second half. Now we see Megan Zhu, usually over on the defensive third. Now over on the attack side, was able to get a goal in the last game against Cactus Shadows at the end. And actually had the goalie out on the field, playing field as well for Chandler. Kia O'Sullivan, number 11. If you see her out on the field, she'll be in number 8. Witt had the look. McColligic has had some great saves tonight, and there's another one. This ball going to go out of bounds on the near sideline and recovered by Zhu as she brings it back in. And the third quarter comes to a close. 2-minute intermission. We'll have 12 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Currently, Chandler Huskies up 12-2.
So I'm on Lindsay between Ray and Lindsay. There's either an accident at Ray. No. At Ray, or there's one at Ray. It's ridiculous. We've been here before. It wasn't last week. I know. And Friday, it's supposed to be called the 50s, and it's supposed to rain. Here. Oh, here's yours. We gotta go to Tucson. Well, then it'll be even colder. I know. So bundle up. Well, it's at South Point, so at least it's bleachers, so definitely bring your.
And fog continuing to settle in here on the field in Chandler, Arizona. Again, not something we get very often out here in the desert. But we certainly welcome the nice, cool evening here. As the season presses on towards the end, we're usually facing triple-digit temperatures. So I'm sure these players are going to enjoy this weather. Now at the center, Presley Johnson for the Knights. Nora Whittington going to be taking a draw here for the Huskies. Final 12 minutes on the clock.
I was like, what?
As Witt comes off the circle, gets the draw control for the Huskies. Had the feet inside, was looking for Nora Whittington. Pass just a little wide to the left there. Knights able to capitalize as Rydell gets a nice feed up and got a shot opportunity here. And there it is. Great shot and goal by Bailey Delisle. Taking it in herself on a great drive. Able to split the defenders on the fast break before the Huskies defense was able to get settled. Of course, a critical goal there for the Knights as they're able to stop that running clock, give themselves some more time to work with here. Currently down 9. But as we've seen before, this Higley team certainly more than capable of coming back from a deficit. As Whittington wins this draw control. The slides are good for Higley as they pressure out, and a great cause turnover there by Rydell, who's had some key plays in the game tonight. She passes up to Jersey Levitt, who gets over the restraining line. And Higley now in position to get another shot on. Johnson has the feed to Delisle, and there's another one. And suddenly there's some life in Higley. So a great pair of goals early in this fourth quarter coming from Bailey Delisle. And a great draw win here by Ava Levitt as the momentum continues to shift over to the Knights. And they've got another look inside. Civitone, the Rockhurst commit, gets a shot off the crossbar. Recovered by Jersey Levitt. And now Jersey's going to get an 8-meter shot. Martin in the cage defending.
Oh wait, there's multiple things.
Jersey sneaks it in the left side. 3 straight goals unanswered by the Knights. As they continue to claw their way back into this game. Of course, still plenty of time left to work with here. 9:39 on the clock. And this ball heads towards the boundary line. I think it might have been touched by Chandler as it goes out, so Johnson gets control. And now Levitt trying to work around Chin, gets fouled inside the 8. Another check in the sphere. And now Levitt's going to get the 8-meter shot. Works around, good defensive slide in by Chin, allowing Martin to make the save, and she clears it up to Nora Whittington. Sienna driving in. Dumps it off to Goon. And of course, the clock working against the Knights at this point. No shot clock. Chandler can continue to possess here and burn time. Witt comes in, collides with Skiles, and comes back on the second attempt, gets the shot and goal. And that's number 4 on the night for Ava Witt. .747 on the clock. This draws up and did not go above the players' heads, so we'll get a redraw. Again, continuing to see both teams put different players here at the center. The feet cannot step on the line. Once the sticks are set horizontal and the official takes their hands off, the players cannot move other than to turn their head and look for the signal. Once the draw goes, the ball has to go above both players' heads. And if either player goes early, it'll be a false start and awarded to the other team. And this time they're saying Skiles moved early, so they award the ball this time and the possession over to Nora Whittington, but she loses the cradle. Quickly picked up by Sienna. And there's a great look inside from Witt to Goon as she gets her second of the night. And certainly been a game of runs here as Higley came out, put 3 in the back of the net. Now Chandler answers with 2 of their own. Skiles and Whittington on the draw again. And successful draw this time between the pair as Whittington comes to the near side. Not able to get control before the ball goes out. And as the last to touch, this possession is going to get awarded over to Higley, so jersey 11. Had a great look up to midfield, finds Ava. As Chin pressures out with some successful D as Levitt loses the cradle. Whittington coming in, picks it up. And now Goon going to transition over the mid, past the restraining line. Looking inside, and the sisters connect. Nora to Sienna. As it puts us back to a 10-goal differential. 15-5 Chandler. Will be back on a running clock. This draw comes across and a nice pickup by Doyle. Chandler back into a settled attack. Goon looking for the cage roll, but Nat Rydell with great positioning, stops it, and now we've got the ball broken up in front of the cage as Mikolajic picks it up and passes up. Johnson coming down the far side, gets picked up by Doyle. So the official has Doyle go behind off the whistle. And Johnson able to pass up to Levitt. Now the Knights getting back to work. Fires the bounce shot, and she finally connects. Toby Skiles. Take a look at that shot again. I think it might have gone right between goalie's feet. Nope. Bounced up over the right leg, but a great shot nonetheless by Skiles. University of Alabama Huntsville commit. Great program, and they've been able to recruit a number of players here out of the AGLA. So great pipeline program for players here in Arizona looking to play up at the collegiate level. And of course with the goal from Skiles, able to stop that running clock again. 4 minutes to play here in the fourth. And a beautiful grab by Sienna Whittington on the circle. And player goes down. Goon. Had the shot, and there we go, in the cage. So correction there, apologies from earlier. It's number 12, Anastasia Gyorbrez for the Knights. Johnson comes across midfield. Clock stops, see if we're going to get a card here. We do. Slash called on Mia Doyle. And that will be her second yellow of the game. So she'll be out for 2 minutes, but will not be able to return to the game. So Knights will be player up. And after 2 minutes, Chandler will be able to send in another player. Just unfortunately will not be Mia Doyle. As Jersey Levitt gets a shot off. This one's going to go out the end line. As Civitone passes back up to Skiles. And Lila Morris draws the whistle against her club teammate, Maddie Hansen. Morris going to get the 8-meter shot against Martin in the cage. Morris coming across, switches left. Toby on the second attempt. And how about that pair of saves from Sam Martin, the UIndy commit.
And from a goalie standpoint, that was beautiful too.
Showing exactly why she'll be playing up at that collegiate level.
Yeah. So, Izzy does first.
Yeah, Megan Zhu has the double team, trying to work around and able to do so. 2 minutes to play, gets picked up by Skiles on the horizontal stick. And looks like we're going to get a yellow against Skiles for that stick, and which I believe will be the first yellow for Higley. course, on that note, Chandler with 3 yellow cards. If they were to get another, they would then be for a permanent player down. Not that it would really matter at this point in the game. As Whittington trying to get in there, but losing the cradle on the defense here from the Knights. No whistle. And now Johnson gets it. Minute and a half to work with here. Gets it up to Ava Levitt. Hits Morris. Nice execution there to string together a little coast-to-coast play. For Higley to finish on a high note. That one coming out of the stick of number 5, Reese Dockstader.
Look at me, I'm like learning all
With the assist of Lila Morris. All right, so it looked like we had an early entry call, I believe, against the Knights. Possession awarded to Chandler. A minute to play as they drive in, and Ava Witt doing it herself gets number 5. And with 1 minute to play, Chandler continued to lead, now 16-7. Whistle there. I think the official did not see that ball going above the players' heads. Looked pretty close to me, but they will redraw. And this one looked like it was going to be picked up by Lila Morris, but actually Karis Goon able to come in and get this draw control. So less than a minute, Goon coming in on the fast break. Loses the cradle as Jersey Levitt hits the deck. And Whittington comes in for a sock trick at the end of this one. And looks like that's going to do it. Clock at 10 seconds. Back on a running clock off that goal. Won't have time to get another draw off. And with that, your winner tonight will be your Chandler Huskies. Going on to 3-0. 17 games since their last loss. Higley falling to 0-2. And with that, thanks again for tuning in here to South Mountain Lacrosse. We will... Apologies. We'll be back in 2 nights as Chandler hosts the Pinnacle Pioneers right back here at Chuparosa Park in Chandler, Arizona, 7 p.m. this Thursday. And then we'll be taking a break for a couple weeks as these teams go on spring break. But Chandler Huskies continuing to pick up right where they left off last season, getting the win tonight here over the Higley Knights, 17-7. Knights, of course, had some bright spots there at the end, a lot to build on. So we'll look forward to watching both these teams as they progress through this 2025 AGLA season. Thanks again for tuning in. This is Chris Ross, South Mountain Lacrosse, and we'll see you in the next one.